See if I can't tell if there's Lisa. Okay, yeah, I was like, can you hear me? I can't hear you. Mute. No, you're not on mute. I wonder why I can't hear you. Huh. Wait a minute. Here's this volume. Shoot, I wonder why I can't hear you back. I can't hear you. Oh, okay. Okay. I know. It's like, yay, this sounds weird. I'm looking at you and I can't hear anything back. And you know what? You can hear me and I'm typing you. That's even worse. I was going to say, I hope that Erica and Sarah hop on in a second. Let's see. I've got the activity trackers out in front of me too. Because I sent them the stuff. So let me check the Facebook and see if for some reason they. Hold on a second. I think Sarah said something. Okay, yeah, Sarah just said she's looking for a new email. So hang on just a second. Let me see if I'm going to text Erica too. The only thing, this Google Hangout is weird because to create the event, you have to do one thing, and then to, I don't see anybody else yet, then to, create the video, you have to do another thing. I have to, like, re-invite you guys. It's weird. What's that? Oh, no, I don't know what you're saying. Wait. Oh, okay. Got it. Okay, what do I need to do? Control room. Shoot. Your volume looks like it's on. Share controls? I press share control. This is so weird. My volume's up. Adjusted my audio. No. Keep saying, can you hear me? No, I can't hear you. This is so... It doesn't, like, give you much information. Because, I mean, I've got... oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. I just pressed something. Do you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
And I hear you. Okay. I pressed... Yay! I pressed the cameraman. I was like, this is the... Hey, Sarah, can you hear us?
Yeah, I think I was watching a recording of.
I don't know what I did.
Hi.
Okay, good. So, but you can see Lisa too, and
I can. Is it just the three of us?
so far it's just the three of us. I just texted. I just texted. Now, if I switch pictures, does it switch you guys? Like right now, do you see yourself on there? And if I click on Lisa, then do you see Lisa?
I see you now. I see her in the bottom corner.
Oh, okay. So this
Now
is
she's
just me.
big.
If I'm clicking on and talking to you guys, then I can see you. Okay. I'm not sure where Erica's at.
When you click, when
Go ahead.
I was gonna say when you click now, I see Sarah,
Oh, I see you.
Oh.
and like it switches.
Oh,
Yeah. You're doing
oh
something.
yeah.
And now I
So
see
now
you.
I'll click on me.
And now I
Okay.
see,
Now you guys all.
yeah.
Yay! This is like the cool
Switching
is
back and forth.
thing. I've never done a Google Hangout. So
You're
you
making it go crazy.
guys, oh, I am.
You're
What is this thing? It says search for faith. What the heck? What in the devil is that? What is this thing? How do I exit out? What the heck? I can't. Oh wait, I bet. Did that change anything? Did that help it?
It's so crazy. Yeah, just keep it there.
Okay.
You're good.
I don't know what it's got some weird thing on there. I don't know what is it still weird? Okay. All right. Well,
It's good.
it's okay. Okay. I'm not touching anything now. I swear. This is ridiculous. I don't know where Erica is, so I'm just gonna start, I guess. So basically, I kind of wanted to get in. Sarah, this is Lisa Klein. Lisa, this is Sarah.
Hi.
Is it still going crazy, you guys, or is it okay?
It seems okay. You have some weird sort of orb floating around your head. I don't know what that's about, but it seems okay.
Wonder what this.
Black ball.
I'm just gonna go to original. There we go. I don't know. There's something. I've got this thing on here. Here, wait.
It's
Is
gone.
that better?
It's gone. Yeah.
Okay. Good. No, Erica still hasn't texted me.
She said that she was going to be nursing or something in a post that she might not be able to make it on.
Oh, I didn't see that. Okay. That's just fine. Real quick, I just want to look up one more. Hopefully, it won't affect anything. What I'm getting at. Can you guys still see me?
Yep.
Okay, because I'm just want to open up something real quick before we begin. Hang on one second, I'm sorry. This isn't what I wanted. Okay, so I'm going to start off, you guys, with the contact list. I want to start off with that first. That I put on there. It's the one from Beachbody. And actually, it's kind of similar, Sarah, to what you even had sent.
Yeah, it is. I always get confused as to, or I didn't like the different steps. I never knew what to put in there, so that's kind of where it started from there, but transformed into something else.
Okay, hold on. Why can't I get this to?
Is that a cat?
I'm trying to pick up my
Probably my cat. Here, I'll be right back. I'm gonna let him outside.
Oh no, you don't have to. Oh no.
Ah!
I'm gonna make Sarah disappear.
Hang on one second, guys. I apologize for this. I'm sorry about that. I thought I had this one all. Here we go. This is what I want. Okay. Okay, hang on. I'm just looking it up here. Okay, hang on one second. I apologize, guys. I apologize. Okay, that's what I wanted. And I'm going to bring you guys back so I can see you. Okay, so this week, the reason why I really wanted to focus on, organization is because that's like the core of, the business. And I, Luke, hush. I found that even when I was with my old team, because I think you guys both know that I was with another team originally, and I just felt like I wasn't getting the guidance with the business side. The connection with people and stuff comes pretty easy to me, but it's this side of it that's tougher. So I think it's for most people. I mean, some people might come a little easier, but for most of us, it's a lot harder. And to find the time to get organized. And I think, a lot of coaches have come up with their own, organization. And sometimes I just think, why reinvent the wheel when Beachbody has pretty much put it in place for us? I mean, unless you want to add on to it, I think that's great. Like Sarah, I mean, pretty much what her contact list she sent me is very close to this, but she kind of tweaked it, that works for her. And so I just started to realize that there's so much information in the back office that can help us get organized, and it's already done there for us. And, you just, like I said, you just make it your own and how it works for you, but at least the basis is there. So because I've been trying to make contact lists, I've been writing people's names down, I have it in an Excel, but it just never seemed to just click. And so I was, searching in the back office, and I just said, oh my God, I had no idea that they revamped the contact list. And this is exactly what I've kind of been looking for, because for me, most of the contact lists, they have this little itty-bitty box that you can only write like 2 words in, and I was like, well, this isn't going to work, because I end up having to have more points regarding each person that I talk to. And so I thought what they did was really a great, I mean, at least at this point, it's the best thing I've found, because on the contact list, as you can see, it has the name and then the email and the phone. And then this is an actual true example that they use in the top line, where it says, like, the first comment is how they met them. And there's Scott behind me.
Sorry.
And and then you have then the step 1 was what, like, the follow up and the calling her back about insanity, and then it goes on and on. And so I kind of thought that was a great situation. And then just having it, either you can print it out and put it in a binder for yourself, or you can just have it on a file on your computer. And so, go ahead, Lisa.
I'm sorry. I know the one you posted was in PDF. Is it in there in Excel too?
Yes, it is. Yeah. So I will. Oh, so I just did the PDF. Okay, I'll get you guys the Excel too, but it is in the back office.
Okay.
So
I think it's in the file too, Sherry, that you posted the bundle or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
It's one of those tabs.
Oh, okay. Okay, then I have it.
Yeah, it's right in there. And so for me, I actually like doing both, where I have a binder and it being on my computer, because I know it sounds funny, but being in different parts of my house with my kids, I find that, you know, I have my computer on sometimes, but then sometimes I don't. And so I like to have both things for myself, so I can quickly just refer to it, like if I'm on my phone, because I do a lot of the business on my phone, and so that's where I get caught up, where I forget to write people's names down. So if at least my computer's off, but I'm on my phone and I'm like, oh, if I've got the written sheet, I can quickly put it on there so I don't forget who I contacted at that moment.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, I'm still trying to find a great software that can actually, like, you know, alert me as to when to follow up with them again, rather than just this. I would love to find a software. I haven't done that yet. They have this, a lot of coaches use Asana. I still don't find that it's useful as far as, you know, following up and letting me know I need to follow up, like on the Google Calendar, you know, and just like it all be connected and just ding that, hey, you need to contact this person today. So, you know, you just kind of have to do it manually yourself. So anyway, that's just a suggestion to use this contact list, but I definitely think it's one of the better ones that I've found. So, you know, again, you guys can make it your own, but that's something that I thought was useful. And I definitely think that really trying to make a habit of writing who you contacted down is a huge thing, because again, there's been months and stuff where I've gotten really lost, like, oh my gosh, did I contact that person? Did I not? So, oh, can you take Luke up, Scott? Okay, yeah, sorry, I think he's got to go to the bathroom. So, real life, right? And is my screen still okay? I'm not getting any weird things. It's still good. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so anyways, regarding the contacts list, again, there were moments and times where I would just get really lost, and I still struggle with it, but that's why I'm finding that the more we write down, the more it's going to focus us onto the path where we want to be and get us to that next level, because everything I watch and I hear from coaches that are elite coaches and everything, they all started where we're at. They had every single doubt, fear, thought that we have, and the only difference that I've noticed from my business to theirs is that they really took the tools and they ran with them, whereas sometimes I fought against it because I thought, no, I don't really need to do that. But now that I'm, you know, listening and really paying attention to what they're doing, it's true. When they're saying they write down their goals, there's reasons why they're writing down their goals. There's reasons why they're thinking big. And so that's why, to me, I think this is the most important part of the business, and probably the better one of our calls. I mean, we'll have other things coming in the future, but if we can get this down pat, you guys, I think that we'll be really golden. I mean, come this time next year, you'll be in a whole different spot. And just like, I don't know, we just had, what was it, a recent call, I think it was Mindy Wender. Mindy Wender, her journey on that 21 Days to Thrive, she was saying, you know, she's been in the business 4 years. I mean, it's not like it happened yesterday, but in 4 years, look where she's at. I mean, it's amazing how it can change. So anyway, so next I want to go into the business activity tracker. And again, the same thing with this. I mean, I love how this is set up. It's so much better than what we had. They had an older one that really wasn't that great. And so, you know, of course, just the top part is filling out your name. the week of, and the week that they are considering is Thursday to Wednesday. That's how Beachbody's weeks work. We get paid every Thursday. So the next week starts the next Thursday. So that's how I typically go by the tracker. And it does. It starts on Thursday and it ends on Wednesday anyway. So then it says your current rank and then your rank advancement goal and the date. And, you know, I used to be really scared about putting dates to things and kind of, again, that word thinking big, or those words thinking big. And I think, oh, no, I need to think realistically. But what happens oh, did we lose Lisa?
I think so.
Uh-oh. Lisa. Wonder if I have to re-invite her.
I have no idea.
Oh, no, where'd she go? We were doing so good. Oh, there she is. Oh, good. Okay. There you are. Yay. I thought we lost.
Sorry.
No, that's okay. I got worried. I was like, oh, no. Yeah, so anyway, thinking big is huge. And that's one thing I've been learning from Chalene Johnson, is that it's never a bad thing to go beyond what you think you can. It's actually better. So if you are wanting that diamond, put diamond. Don't just put emerald. Put the diamond. If you want star diamond, you put star diamond as your goal rank and put a time frame on it. And again, you know, if for some reason you don't make it in that time frame you put, that's okay, because what you're going to see is still how far you've come. You may not have gotten star diamond yet, but the coaches you've added onto your team and that you're building, you've grown anyway. So you just keep working at that, and that's the biggest thing. So put that advancement goal, and whether it's by January or by the end of the month or whatever, put it down and have it in writing. And the more you see this every day, every week, it's going to get in your brain and it's going to focus you to get there. So again, that's why they have goals. Being a proof of the product, I know you guys work out, you know, 5 to 6 days a week, so that should be easy. As far as Shakeology, same thing. I know you guys love Shakeology. You know, so when you guys are talking to your future coaches, that's what you just need to say, that you got to be proof of the product, and it should come very easily as they've fallen in love with, you know, your challenge groups and things like that. Personal development, I love how they just say 10 minutes a day. Even 10 minutes a day will help you. I like to go a little more. My goal is like at least 20 to 30 minutes a day. But, you know, again, it's whatever your personal preference is, but putting that goal in, and then, but when you, I don't know, there is something, like I've been doing this now for the last couple weeks, and there's something when I put that goal in my head, it's like, I got to hit that goal. I'll do whatever it takes today to get to that goal and what I need. So it's, again, just focusing your brain and wrapping it around it. Staying connected. You know, they post some suggestions here. They're not saying to do all of it in one day, but I have started to, in the mornings when I wake up, to go immediately to my back office and look at the like the weekly coach forecast, because actually there's a lot of information in there, and so sometimes I can only read like 2 things. And so I've been doing it every day throughout the week to just start to browse other things that are on my interest. But I only take a little bit of time on it. I don't make a big thing about it. I just, because it's, you can start to waste your time because you're reading everything. So, you know, just make a goal if you want to just read one article or one little blurb they have in there or whatever. So, but again, it's just staying connected. And then, of course, our team Facebook page. I like to put a post or something in there for you guys to learn. My philosophy, like, we have team builders. And I love team builders, but for me, I still don't think it's enough learning. I think it's a great discussion group, but that's my personal opinion. And you guys can tell me. I post a lot on things that I think can help you with the business, but if there's other things you need, let me know. But that's my goal for you, is I want coaches to come in and feel like they're getting supported on how to do their business. But again, please let me know if there's, you know, any other ideas that you guys have. Again, the social media, they like to do 3 posts a day, which you guys are pretty great at. I mean, we all do the Hootsuite in the morning, and I always like to do something like, you know, inspirational in the morning. And then as the day goes on, my other 2 or 3 posts kind of just flow, whether it's something I'm eating or I'm doing, and, you know, personal with your kids, whatever. So you guys are pretty good at that. But if you can try to get it to 3 posts a day, that would be awesome. New contacts. I love how they put 2 to 5 every day. That's been my biggest challenge, kind of putting myself out there. But again, figure out your goal, but the minimum should be 2. And that could be in person, on social media, you know, if you send someone a card or your Shakeology leads, whatever it may be, just really try to make that effort. I think in future calls we can go into how to get involved to meet new contacts, because I know that's some questions that some people have. I know Erica was asking that you know, she feels like I think she's only, I don't know, she doesn't have a huge network, and anyway, I want to do a call on that and building your network, but sometimes it means putting yourself out there. So, you know, just starting to chat up people, but really trying to make that a goal of 2 to 5 contacts, getting on different, you know, like I'm on a lot of mom groups, so just joining mom groups on social media, Pinterest, I mean, Instagram, I mean, there's so many different ways to meet people and just start conversations. So, and that's the other thing they mean when you're contacting 2 to 5 new people, it doesn't mean that you're actually talking about Beachbody. It's just that you are building a relationship and meeting them, or trying to get them on your Facebook or connected with Instagram or Twitter or whatever you're on, you know. So it's just starting that conversation. So it doesn't mean you have to be all about like, hey, look at me, I'm a Beachbody coach, you know. Same thing, inviting to join a challenge group. I don't know if you guys have gone through the Anita Myron's video that I had posted a few weeks ago, but that is a great tool, and I think I have it in the files, under the files. I think I put it under there. But it's a great tool to go over your calendar so you can figure out what weeks to start inviting people, because I don't invite people for my challenge groups, you know, all month long. I usually give myself, like this was my, where's my September one? This was my August one. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's kind of funny. I don't know. But like I've just took a Google Calendar, and I basically just went and did what Anita mentioned and what days she starts like promoting things. Like she'll start her first part of the month with a free challenge group. So like a 1 week of the free nutrition group. And then from there, she builds to her Beachbody challenge group for the next month. And so I thought that was brilliant. Like for her free groups, she only allows like 3 days promotion of it. She wants to make sure that people are serious, and it's like, you better get on this now because it starts next week, and you know, you're not going to be part of it if you don't join. And then from there, you start promoting your Beachbody, because you're going to get clients and customers from that. And then of course from, you know, your friends and family and other connections and stuff. But like for promoting your Beachbody challenge group, you should only promote for like a week, maybe a week and a half, because they have to allow order time, you know. And then always have a deadline, just so you guys know that. Like I used to not put deadlines because I say, well, oh, what if they want to order it like 2 days later? So what if they start a couple days after? Sometimes that's okay depending on a person's situation, but I'm learning the more you put a deadline and the urgency, the more they get it. Like, oh crap, she's closing the door on this month, and I want to get in shape. I better start. Like tomorrow's my cutoff for my October group. We start the 29th of September, and they better order by tomorrow or they're not going to get it. And that's just the way it is. So I find that, you know, you kind of have guidelines in this business too, where I used to think I was much more flexible, you know, and I would say it's not a big deal, whatever. But now that I'm making it a business, it is a big deal, because what happens is if you have people coming in, a program 2 weeks, and they're starting after everyone else started 2 weeks, it's not helping anybody. I mean, again, a couple days isn't a big deal, but when you're getting to different weeks at a time, because that's what happened to me. I had people coming in at different times, and it just didn't work as well. So check out that Anita Myron video. I actually watch it quite a bit, because I want to make sure I'm getting this down pat for each month. Okay, and same thing about inviting the business. 2 to 5 people a week. That can be a little difficult. Again, just so you guys know, when you're going through your days, you might have some days that you put 0. I mean, and that's okay. But what you have to do is if you can catch up. So you might have some days that have 0, and then some days you have 5 people you met. So as long as you're kind of averaging it out, you know, it ends up being, you know, okay. And same thing with the business. The business one's a little bit harder because you should be starting to be like selective of who you want to be on your team. I mean, yes, Shakeology discount customers are great, and you know, discount coaches, I should say, are great, but you really want solid coaches that you're building. And so, you know, you should kind of hone in on who you think you would like to work with and who you think would really kind of run with this. So, so again, you might not have 2 to 5 every day.
Every day? 2 to 5 every day?
I'm sorry, every week. No, excuse me. For the business, it should be every week. 2 to 5 every week.
It does say every day, and my goal is 3 per week. You know, it's like me. Gosh,
yeah.
I'm an underachiever.
No, most of the coaches say 2 to 5 a week. I mean, I guess if you want to be really aggressive, you can do that. That's
a little ambitious for me.
Yeah, I just don't seem to find that. And sometimes it ends up being 1 person a week, or sometimes it does become none. It just, you know, again, it's business kind of, you got to go with the ups and downs and the wave of who you're meeting and stuff. Following up, you guys know that, you know. I think that obviously that when you contact someone, if they're talking to you about a program, you need to follow up immediately. Sometimes you got to give people a couple days after that second follow-up to think about it, how they're going to pay for it. But again, if you're having a deadline, then you just got to follow up and say, hey, the deadline's tomorrow, and I'd love for you to be part of it. And if they don't catch this one, they'll catch the next one. But make sure that you have your follow-up list, that contact list, and following up and what you've said to them. Existing customers. Oh, and this is what I love too, the existing customers. This is the caveat that sometimes I never really thought about doing, because a lot of times you might have challengers and they love the program, and then all of a sudden, you know, they don't do another program right away. But they might in like 6 months get one of the new ones that come out. But what in between time, you don't want to lose contact. So just checking in and saying, hey, how's life? You know, what's going on? Let me hear. It could be about their kids, whatever. Just checking in so they know that you're thinking about them is huge. So, and of course, connecting with your team, which we pretty much do daily. So, and I love, again, at the bottom, they have the totals, the weekly achievement summary, you know, just totaling it all up so you can see. And then, again, when you have this, you're going to see monthly your strengths. You're going to see your weaknesses. So it'll help you navigate where you need to, you know, work on, like areas you need to work on and what you need to be stronger in. So if it is the business part and inviting people, start looking at personal development on how to do that. Or, you know, we could have team calls on that. Or there's tons of videos in the back office that talk about, you know, scripts and things like that and how to talk to people about the business. So anyway, go ahead, Lisa.
Can I ask a quick question? All right, so when it says new contacts,
yep,
would that be like a brand new person that you're adding as like a friend in Facebook?
Yeah.
Well, like someone that you haven't.
Yeah, someone like you haven't. Well, I shouldn't say that. I mean, no, what they're meaning is not just friends that you already have. Even though you know, those people are just that you're talking to, that are your friends and family that you've never talked to Beachbody about, are the ones you're inviting to join a challenge group. What they're talking about is literally 2 to 5 new contacts, meaning like if you're out and about, you know, at a restaurant and you meet someone, I'm a little bit bold now that I've been in the business where I will say, hey, I enjoyed talking to you. Are you on Facebook by chance? I'd love to connect with you. You know, I'm a Beachbody coach. And I always say I'm a Beachbody coach. I have tons of free information about nutrition. We should totally connect. And I usually do this with just women, you guys. My personality, I I feel a little uncomfortable with the men, like saying, hey, connect with me on Facebook. So it's typically women that I'm talking to. But, like, we just went to the Pumpkin Festival last weekend, and I was sitting next to this woman, and we were chatting with our kids, and I literally said, hey, I'd love to connect with you. Maybe we could have a play date sometime. I'm on Facebook. And right then and there, we both friended each other. We had our phones, and most people, when you tell them you have free information about nutrition and, exercise moves, they're like, oh, yeah, that's great. I'd love to connect with you. So I've really never had anyone tell me no. So that's a good thing, I guess. But yes, okay. So it's 2 to 5 new people.
Okay, and then my next question is, so Sarah and I are doing this free nutrition challenge group next week, or starting tomorrow.
Yeah.
So I have people that were in my Facebook contact list, but have never bought anything Beachbody, but they've now signed up with a free account under me. So would that count as a new customer, even though they haven't yet purchased anything, but now they have an account with me?
No, I don't count that. Again, you want to connect with them, but I wouldn't count it as a customer just because they have the free account. The good thing is that they have a free account that if they ever do order something and you don't know about it, it goes right to you. So.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Just wanted to clarify.
The other thing I don't see on here, so we kind of clarified the new contacts. One other thing that I do every day is I reach out to 2 people, like personal message 2 people a day, and I don't see a place to track anything like that.
That is true. I guess I don't know if they're considering that like following up, or it's that existing. I guess you could say existing, like adding on to just customers, prospects, and team. I guess prospects is what they're talking about. I'm sorry. I was looking under follow-up. They should have said existing prospects and customer check-ins. That's what they should say. But again, you can make that your own. You can even write that in yourself. That's what I would do.
I forgot whose call that was, but that seems to work out pretty well to, you establish a personal relationship with a couple with the messages every day, and then when it comes time to a challenge group, you just follow up with all those people and say, hey, I don't know if you're interested in this or not, but
Erica's trying to get in the Hangout. Shoot, I'm sorry. Do you guys know what the invite said when I sent it to you by chance?
I know it got filtered to a different section of my Gmail. So if she searches for your name.
What's that?
She should search for your name in her email. It got filtered to a weird section.
Oh, I see. I'm trying to be in the Hangout, but can't see you.
She's in the old one, the old link. That's where I was. You guys weren't here.
Is a new link. Okay. Shoot, I wish that's the only thing they didn't send me. Like when I send you guys an invite, I don't get a link that's sent to me. It's weird. I wonder.
And it says it says 7 p.m. for some reason. I don't know.
Okay.
Here, I can invite more. Is this the right one?
Can you can invite more?
Yeah, I don't think I have her email address though.
I know it off the top of my. Do you need it, Sarah? It's Erica DI46 at hotmail.com.
There she is. I think I sent it.
Let's see if she connects. Because this will be a good time for her to get on about I want to do the leader roadmap. Because I know this thing will cut off at 9:32, so I'll try to pick up the pace a little bit because we only got like 15 minutes left. Shoot. Well, I'm gonna continue and see if she can connect. Okay, so the leader roadmap map. Again, this is something that I used to never do. And it's a little bit newer. So I thought it takes a lot of thought, though, because you really have to set up your priorities and your goals. Because right on the leader roadmap, the first thing is, rank advancement. Again, it's that thinking big, where you want to be and what the date and time you want to be. Same thing with your monthly income. We don't always think about that. You're like, okay, I'm in this business. I want to make money, but we don't always put a number to it. So if you want to make $1,000 a month, then that's your goal. If you want to make up to $4,000 a month, then that's your goal. So you just start thinking about what your family needs, what you need personally, and think big. It's okay to think big. Same thing with the number of personally sponsored diamonds. Again, go through this, you guys. If you want, a premier team achieved, an elite team achieved, top 10. I mean, it's kind of exciting to think that way. Same thing, following how many Success Club points. One thing that, you can always look in the back office for your Success Club, but again, you kind of have to go through a rigmarole to get there, where this is nice. Hey, January I got Success Club 5, Success Club 10, blah, 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 and it goes on. And same thing to follow the number of challenge groups you have, because it will change throughout the year. Some months will be slower than others. Like most of the time I do, no, she still isn't tech. Sometimes during the year I typically do 2. Like right now I'm doing PIO and the 21-day fix because they seem to be really hot. 21-day fix is huge right now, especially coming on the holidays. That one I would promote. If you haven't done it like this coming month, I would do it for November, December, because it's short and sweet and it's through the holidays. But anyway, so it's going to change, come November, I'm probably going to move it down to just the 21-day fix and probably do a 3-day refresh after Thanksgiving. So you just got to figure out, each month will change, but to track it is a great thing. So just going through all these guys, the challenge packs you've sold, the amount, it is kind of neat to see, hey, I've been doing like 5 challenge packs a month, and then all of a sudden 1 month I dropped. What was the reason why? Was it just a slow month? Were you not doing some things? Same thing, tracking your income, because I am so bad at this, at tracking my income. And to see it on paper will be so important to see how you've grown from making $65 a week to maybe $400 a week, and then it just keeps growing. And again, it's that constant focus, guys. It's that ingraining in your head how much you want this, how much you want certain goals to be accomplished. And it's really just understanding your business to the T. Like if someone comes up and asks you a question about, well, not that they would, but which leg is your strong leg and which one leg is your weak leg? Most of us are like, oh, crap, I don't remember, but the more we do this, it'll be like, boom, I know the answer. Boom, my income is this. Boom, I know how much I made last month, And again, it's just getting in that groove of making a stronger business because you are businesswomen, and that's what it is. Yes, we're helping people, but you're helping yourself. You're building a strong business, and you're building leaders. And I watched this one video as well, and she said it great. Her name is Carrie Martin, and it's actually in the back office as well. And it's C-A-R-E-Y for Carrie, and then it's Martin. And the great thing is, she says it helps create the big picture plan. Because when we're floating along and we're not tracking anything, you're not going to get anywhere. And I'm a proof of the product. When I was with my old team, I didn't know any of this, and I wasn't tracking anything, and I wasn't getting anywhere. And it's not necessarily my old team's fault. I just wasn't using the tools I should have. So it helps also create conversation with your coaches. So the fact that you guys are starting this now, when you get your coaches, you're going to be able to get them off and running immediately, and you can start talking to them. Well, hey guys, don't you want to make this much money like I am? Or don't you, this is what I do for my business, and this is how I'm going to teach you how to do it. That's just creating that dialogue to make them feel secure and strong within the business, so that they're not feeling like they're just going to be thrown to the wolves. You know, she was mentioning mentorship calls, which, again, you know, most of us, you guys and myself, are doing weekly. Those are big. And during the mentorship calls, ask them, what do they want to accomplish? Why do they want to be a coach, and what do they want to accomplish with this? Because that will help them start to think about their roadmap. And also start identifying like who you want to spend time with, because I think this business starts to hone in on if you have some negative naysayers in your life. Unfortunately, some might be family. I know a lot of my extended family, you know, they kind of like pick on me a little bit, especially like when we go somewhere to eat, and they'll be like, oh, well, Sherry's going to want the healthy food all the time, you know. And you know, I used to get really offended by that, but now I just kind of, you have to laugh it off and be like, yeah, actually, I'm kind of accountable to people. I got to eat healthy. I mean, not 100%, but for the most part, you try, right? So, to start just, you know, focusing on the people that you do want to spend your time with, and also how you spend your time. If you really want to go somewhere in this business, it might mean you can't watch TV as long as you want. You know, you might have to adjust your schedules and things like that. The other thing for your future team about the Leader Roadmap and the Business Activity Tracker is it shows you who's performing and who's not. So the minute these people are filling this out, you might have a goal in mind for certain people and say, oh my God, they're going to work at this, they're going to be amazing. But then as you see their work, all of a sudden you might see, well, they're actually not what I thought they were. And then people sometimes that underestimate themselves end up being rock stars. So it just kind of gives you a big picture of how your team is working. It definitely develops leaders that duplicate, not just diamonds. I love how she said this, that, you know, a lot of coaches come out thinking they just want to, you know, create a team, get tons of coaches, and they just want, you know, they'll all hit diamond, and then you're star diamond. But what happens is they can start to fall off. If you're not leading them, and it's putting her in a hangout in 10. I don't understand what she's writing. I don't know. I feel so bad. Shoot, I don't know what to do for her. Shoot. Let me see if I can do it. Hold on. I'm sorry. Let's see if it works. I sent it. Anyway, oh yeah, so there's been major elite coaches that actually have fallen short and they've lost their ranks because they weren't building their team, people weren't giving them their roadmaps, and all of a sudden they started all to lose focus. So that's why these are great tools, because you really want them to duplicate what you're doing so that they can pass it on to their future coaches. She also had a great idea of having 2 copies of the Leader Roadmap. She has one that's her solid goal, her solid roadmap for the year, and then she has one like to actually like see how she did that month, and then so then she can again go back and forth. Oh, there's Erica! I'm sorry. Yay! Okay, we only have a few more minutes. Okay.
Hi, everybody.
Erica, just so that you know, we've been going over the leader roadmap that we had real quick, and I just will do a recap. Just going through, it's all, you're going to go through all these goals, and you're going to go through it, and you're going to think big. It's all about just setting yourself up for success, because when we don't set goals for ourselves, that's when we start to lose focus, and we doubt and fear come into our head, and that we don't feel like we can achieve anything. But when you start to see things written down and how you've accomplished them, that's what's going to get you to the next level. And I was also stating that all these things like the business activity tracker, the leader roadmap, your contact list, you're going to be able to take these things and then pass them on to your future coaches. And what's going to happen is you're not just going to create coaches and then they're going to be thrown out to the wolves. You are going to have a solid team. I was just mentioning that there's been top coaches that actually have lost their rank and lost coaches because they didn't build their team up with the right tools. And these are the basis of the business. If you can just start filling these out and doing them weekly and monthly, you are going to see changes happen, and your perspective is going to change. And you know, there's another, just so you know too, in the back office, Erica, there is a video, and I believe it's under leads. If you go in the videos, go in the video section, and I think it's under it's like lead something. I can't remember, but it's one of those videos under there. And you can, and her name is Carey Martin, C-A-R-E-Y, and the last name is Martin. It's only like a 6-minute video. It's super short, but she goes over the leader roadmap, and what she states is that you start to identify trends with your coaches, who's doing the work, who's not. And then she just says to work with it daily, weekly, and monthly, and then you can customize it to your taste. You might, you know, again, tweak it the way you need it, but it's all about just tracking your goals and where you want to be. How much time do we have before it cuts me off? Okay, so again, I'm just going to recap really quick, guys. We went over the contact list, Erica. I think hopefully you got this in there. Okay, same thing. Contact list. This is a great contact list again because it's just going through the steps and it has areas where you can write in little paragraphs of what you did. But again, I told them to Erica that I'm going to have one on my computer. So when you're working on your computer, you can just type it in. But I'm also going to have a binder. So sometimes my computer's off during the day when I'm with the kids. But if you're working off your phone, it's great because I can quickly grab it and then say, okay, I just contacted this person. I'll put it in my computer later on, but you at least wrote it down and you're tracking it. So I have a 3-ring binder, and then I have one on my computer. And again, it's a very basic contact list, but again, it's just getting into that routine of doing it. Second thing, guys, is just the business activity tracker. And again, it's pretty self-explanatory, but I think Lisa, you know, had a great point the other week when I was posting it that to clarify, some days you may not have hit your goal that day, and that's okay. You may have 0 for inviting new people for a challenge group, but the whole point is just you have a goal set and you just need to watch what you're doing. And if you have the whole week that you haven't invited anyone to a challenge group, then you know that's what you need to work on. So just, again, just focusing on that. And also, again, Erica, I had mentioned, I had posted on our Team Empower, and I think it's in the files section, Anita Myron's video. Her video on going over your month and how to plan your challenge groups. This is, she uses a Google Calendar, or she also uses a whiteboard. I don't use a whiteboard, but she helps you to create your month with when to do your free challenge group, when to do your Beachbody challenge group, and then when to start like a free coach internship. She does hers monthly. I don't do a coach internship monthly, but she does. But and then she tells you when to promote for each of the challenge groups. And so it's really great. It's about a 10-minute video, totally worth it. And I actually watch it quite often to get it down pat. So that's another organization tool is just writing up a Google Calendar and writing out your month so you know. And actually, this is going to sound funny, but I tape it to the top of my computer. Because I carry, again, being a mom, I carry my computer around with me everywhere in the house. And so I just tape that, my month, on top there. And again, the last thing, guys, that we went over is the leader roadmap. And this is thinking big. Again, it's about, thinking about what do I want to make monthly. If your goal is to make $1,000 monthly, put it down. I don't care if you're making $0 every week. You've got to think big because you're going to get there. If you want to be a star diamond, you're going to put star diamond. If you want to be a star diamond in a year, then you put a year. Think big. I can't emphasize that enough. Same thing, track your success points. Track how many challenge groups you've got going on monthly. This is going to help you grow and see where you've started and where you're going. So this time next year, you're going to be looking back at your first sheet and saying, oh my God, look what I've done. Look at how many goals I've hit. So all I can say, guys, is the most successful people are disciplined and they track everything they do. So I really hope this helps. I know there's only like 2 minutes left before this is going to shut off. Do you guys have any questions? I've been rambling. I'm so sorry.
What's the name? What is the name of the girl you said about the promote your groups? Anita?
Oh, Anita Myron, M-I-R-O-N.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll leave the questions for the ones that got on time.
Any more, ladies? I hope this was helpful.
It was.
I really do, because I didn't have any of this when I first started, and I'm telling you, I think even in 3 months, you guys are going to see a big difference. By January, you'll be seeing, oh my goodness, like, you'll feel like you're hitting your stride, because again, it will kick the doubts and the fears away, because the minute you start to fear, like, have I done anything this week? What have I done? When you look back at these, you'll be like, oh, nope, I did it. I did what I was supposed to do every day. And that's what is going to help, is just getting rid of that fear and not knowing where your business path is going to be going. So
by January, we'll also be great at this Google Hangout thing.
I know. I feel so bad, because even setting it up, it's like such a confusing thing.
I couldn't see you guys for half a thing. I messed it up on my end, but I could hear you.
Oh, I'm sorry. I can see all you great, so I don't know. Again, and I don't know if I have any of those weird things that were on my face before. Still,
You do. You do.
you are?
It's like little black dots.
Oh, now I see them, because I've been looking up at the camera.
One on your ear, one over here.
Oh yeah, like when I move.
I thought it was a microphone. Because one looks like it is here. Yeah.
Oh, and I
As
did
you
want
move,
to
I
say,
can tell.
I did want to say too, guys, that if you post your business activity tracker and the lead roadmap, it's not about comparing to each other. Okay, I'm trying to emphasize that. It's just to get you guys in the pattern of posting them. That's all. And if you feel more comfortable sending them, like personally messaging them to me, that's fine too. But I'm one of those that I like accountability. So and if I know I'm going to put it out there, I'm going to put it out there. So, but if you want to personally message them to me, you can do that too. But it's just getting you in that pattern. So, yay! Oh, go ahead, Erica. I didn't see your hand. Go ahead.
I just wanna say thank you to all of you, because you've been very supportive. It's been very hard for me starting this, and it's just been nice to get to see you all. And for me, that business activity tracker, just seeing it when you posted and when Sarah posted, it was just very helpful. I need to come back and see them again, because after seeing what you guys been doing with it, it's just been helping me to fill it up, fill mine up. That's it.
Awesome. Oh, you know what? And Erica, I just want you to know you're doing great, girl.
Yeah.
You're doing
You're
great.
not,
Inspiring people.
and Erica, you're not alone. We're all in this together.
That's right. That's right.
Absolutely.
And I did want to say one more thing with the business activity tracker, guys, that she was mentioning, that both Lisa and Erica were saying, too, about filling it out. Sometimes when I say connect with my team, I just put a check mark. I don't always track, how many, because, some days I'm contacting you guys a lot. And same thing with, what was the other thing that I typically do? Even existing customers, sometimes I'll just put a check mark because, I could be doing sometimes 5 customers because they just are conversing with me. So sometimes I do check marks. I don't always put numbers, but the ones that I mostly do numbers to are the new contacts, the inviting to challenge groups, and the inviting to your business. Those are the most important to put your goals set as numbers.
Do you have a day down, like a relaxed day? Do you?
Yeah, I typically take mine as Saturday.
All of you. Because there might be days that are you're more into getting, and it's Tuesday. Come on, let's do this. Do you have a day that you are like, ooh, I need to relax?
I think, there's always, if I know I'm getting ready, this past week has been busy because my order date for my challenge group ends tomorrow. So this past week has been busy because I've had a lot of people asking about it and all that stuff. So yes, this week's been busy, but I always take Saturday night. I might answer some quick questions because I enjoy Beachbody. So when someone asks me, I'll do a quick question. But as far as searching for people and stuff, usually Saturday night is kind of off. Unless I took a Friday night off or something like that. But at this point, building my business and reaching out is important to me. So I usually take one night off. But I know as we grow and it starts to be a little bit smoother and things like that, you probably could take off typical 2 days off. But at this point, mine is Saturdays. And some days, like you said, Erica, are lighter than others. Some days I am slammed with questions and things like that. And then other days I might have one. So some nights I'm done in working on my business in 30 minutes or something. And then I'm like, wait a minute. I'm going to go watch my TV now.
Yeah.
So it does depend. It depends on the week and it depends on the day too. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And same thing when you're on vacation, obviously, when I was in Georgia, I didn't do as much as I typically do. My biggest goal in Georgia was to keep up with you guys, your questions, and then if I had any emails sent to me. But as far as searching, I didn't really search on my vacation time, no.
Erica, one thing that's helped me, I work part-time elsewhere other than Beachbody as well. And one thing that I've had to learn through that job, and I'm not very good about it in this job yet, is that you have to have your working time and your personal time. And if they intertwine too much, then you feel totally overwhelmed all the time. You have to kind of cut it off at a certain point. I think I need to get better about that here to just, kind of shut off Facebook for a while and be more present in my family time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm totally.
And that.
Totally
Go ahead, Erica. I'm sorry.
I'm just with Sarah because I found myself when I work in these businesses, when my baby's napping or at night and go to sleep by 1 a.m. and it's not healthy because I wake up at probably 5:30 in the morning because I need to nurse my baby and then I need to stand up and get the other boy to school. So it's been stressful. And I've been in my Facebook all day long because I'm not getting job done because at night I'm sleeping. When I'm trying to focus, either people is already sleeping so I cannot return, text messages or information. So I found myself working during the day when I'm supposed to be with my baby, and he's rolling around in the house without me being present. So I'm just very stressed about that. It's just something that I want to share.
No, and Erica, believe me, we all feel that for sure. I mean, I do sometimes too, where Gianna's kind of nagging I shouldn't say nagging, that's terrible, where she'll be like at my, ankles, like, Mommy, I want to play. And so I think that I'm going to repost that Power Hour video that it was Lindsay Krause that has it. I think what she did is, I love how she says even 20 minutes, if you need to break up 20 minutes throughout the day. Like, I started to wake up a little earlier, you're waking up at 5:30. There's not much earlier you can get. So I'm not saying that, but for me, I needed to start getting up at 5:30. I was waking up more in this 6:30 time frame, and so what I've done is I wake up at 5:30 so I could do my 30-minute workout, and then I had 30 minutes to work on the business. And and you just make simple things. And like you said, during the day, look at your week, and you just start pulling out, like, hey, 30 minutes, I'm going to work for just 30 minutes here and there, throughout the day. And just, I think maybe that will be a little bit easier for you and help.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, guys, how you do it. I'm impressed, but I don't know. Yeah.
Well,
I need to set up that. How much? I just figure out where can I fit it? Where can I have the job done without me not being present? That's the only struggle I have.
Well, oh, go ahead, Lisa. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, and it might be a timing thing for you now. My kids are older, so my kid's 6 and 3, so they're both going to school, at least in the morning. I have time where I'm not worried about my kids and having, I'm not breastfeeding. I'm not, they're out of the house. So I do have time to myself where I can focus on it. So it might be now you may be only to put in a little bit of time where, it works for you, but maybe, a year from now, things will totally be different. Their schedules will be different. Your schedule will be different. Napping and that sort of thing as they get more, as the kids get older and they become more independent. My kids are really good about playing with each other. So if I need to get my workout in when they're around, it's okay because, they're entertaining each other and I don't need to be there, 100% of the time. I can kind of hide out in the other room for, a little bit. So it might just be a timing thing. Like, you do what you can now and it will, pave the way. So in a couple months from now, things will get easier for you too.
And I think that's exactly perfect what Lisa said. I think that you have to, your business is different than everybody else's business. I just want you to know there's no comparison. You're doing everything right. You're doing everything right. You just need to, in your head, say, okay, you know what? I can only do an hour a day. Meaning, again, maybe 3 parts of your day, just 20 minutes. And that's okay, Erica. That's okay. Your path, like Lisa said, it will grow. If we'll all eventually get more time. When both my kids are in school, I'll have more hours in the day and things like that. But, you just got to find what is the good balance for you. And then once you find that, I think it'll probably take a lot of stress off you, and then you just know that's where you're at right now, and you just keep working at it and work at the best of your ability at that time frame.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. Because I give you credit. How old is your son? 10 months, and you're still breastfeeding? I didn't make it past 6, so... I tried, but
it's okay.
I think it's great. I think it's amazing. So you're feeding him well.
Yeah, he's growing like a weed, I can say.
Yeah, but I know that's not easy. That's not easy. You're on his time frame and things, so.
He's just funny because it used to be I was able to, return text and just go on Facebook on my phone and friend somebody, you know, just make friends. Now he's not letting me at all.
Yeah.
He just either is with me, mommy time, or phone, because he looks at this thing and he just slamming my face like this. I'm like breastfeeding, like la 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 la. I'm not even reading a book. I want to read my books like GoPro and those. No. Mm-mm. No.
Well, and you know, as far as that goes too, I know for me, I love what Lisa. I don't even know why I forgot about audio.
Mm-hmm.
I do now audio GoPro, thanks to Sarah that she posted. I went right now that night and signed up for Audible.
Audible, yeah.
I signed out right away, and I have it in my phone. So when I have time, I listen, or driving somewhere, I listen. My 6-year-old is like, boring.
But you know what? You're gonna make him a better businessman. Listen.
No, I was explaining that to him the other day when we were driving to soccer. He said, "Mom, that's boring." I said, "Well, you need to listen because this applies to everything, even to soccer."
Yep. You know, also, I do that with national coach calls. When I listen to the recordings all the time. I usually don't listen to anything live. So on my phone, you know, they send you the email with the link. Like I can, you know, you can connect to your website and go in the back office and get the MP3 recording, and I'll put it on my phone while I'm driving. Like I'll just put my speaker on my phone and set it on my console, and I'll listen to the national coach call while I'm driving somewhere. Or also, Chalene Johnson just started this new thing with podcasts. I don't know if you guys have seen any of that on Facebook. I think I don't know if I posted something about it or not, but if there's a new application that's free, and it's called Podcasts, Podcasts, and I looked up Chalene Johnson, and she's got a whole bunch on there, and I've listened to a few of hers, and they were really good. Hers are longer though. I mean, they're like an hour, but they're really good, and it's free. So, but that's what I've been trying to do now, because honestly, you know, just like you said, Erica. But I'll attempt to read, but I fall asleep. There's been so many times that I've had my book and I've woken up and I'm like, smashed my book because I've fallen asleep.
The book is much on your
So I think going the audio route is really a great option.
Okay.
So, and again, just the recordings are huge. I listen a lot while I'm like folding my laundry. That's a big time. I put my computer on and keep a little notebook though by me, because if there's some, you know, really good points, I write it down while I'm listening, doing something else. So, and I really. Oh, go ahead.
No, it's okay.
No, go ahead, Erica.
The national wake up call is always the same number.
Yes.
The one,
yep.
13325 whatever. It's
Okay.
always the same, because whenever sometimes I have call, it always said the host, it hasn't arrived yet.
Oh, because you might be calling early. You might have called in.
No, I'm not early. I never early.
There's one number for when it's live, and then there's another number for after it's recorded.
Right.
And it's always, just get me to the right point. It's always posted through Team Builders, right? Team Builders will post something.
No, Kimberly doesn't post the national coach call. What she posts is either Janelle Summers Team Hardcore. That's a Thursday night call. That's the one that she posts, the recording. And then since you're on Platinum Presenters, you should get an email for the Platinum Presenters recording too. The newsletter for Platinum Presenters, they typically have their recording. But I gotta be honest, guys, I mean, that's 3 calls a week. That's a lot, so I'm going to be honest with on Thursday nights. The National Coach Call, I think, is a must because they always have the weekly promotions and, you know, information and stuff. But I sometimes pick and choose between Platinum Presenters and Team Hardcore, depending on what they're talking about. So I actually have not listened to Platinum Presenters calls in a long time because the last, since July, I've been part of that Team Rank in the Bank, and the Team Hardcore calls have been very specific and very helpful. So I've been listening to those 30-minute calls instead of
the one that is posting Team Builders.
Yes, yes, that one, yeah. Oh, did we lose Lisa? Did she have to go? I wonder. I think we lost her. But yeah, anyway, so, you know, and then some weeks I can listen to all 3, but it's kind of rare these days that I can listen to all 3 because typically, sometimes Platinum Presenters, they go into a little bit more about like Twitter, and I'm just not a Twitter person, and so that's one call I won't.
Yeah. They're redoing that one, you know, that's going to be shorter, I guess, and
yeah,
guest speakers or something, so it'll be different. But the coach, the weekly coach call, the National Wake Up Call, you can get all those recordings in the back office.
Yeah.
So if you go to, I'm afraid to touch my computer right now because I'm afraid it will freeze on me, but there's a way to get into, do you remember the way to get there, Sherry?
Yeah. Is it in the right-hand side in the yellow?
Yeah.
It's like events or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you go to your back office where it's post your screen, I mean, on it's in the right side. It's a highlighted area probably.
Yeah, we're both going to the same area.
I don't know. Above where the videos are.
Yes, exactly.
Just to be certain that we are in the same area.
Right, and then it'll post like the one from that week. It's not always right away, but you can get the MP3 a little bit later.
Yeah. And did you guys know with the MP3, when you pull it up on your computer, you can actually right-click and save it? So if there's any calls that you just really, really like, Lisa just texted me. She said her computer died, so she's plugging it upstairs. But yeah, you can save it to your computer. So like I have a list, a document of all my saved MP3, the links that are some of my favorite. So that's an idea because again, when you go a year and then all of a sudden you look back and say, hey, you know what? I haven't listened to that call in a long time. It had some great tips. So save the ones that you really like.
Smart.
Yeah. And then also, like, again, a lot of these videos that, like, I'm giving you guys, I actually have a video document of all my favorite videos. So anytime a new coach comes in, you'll have documents already and say, oh, I'm going to send her this video now. I'm going to send her this link now to listen to. I'm going.
Okay, so you can save this, and when in the future doing a training to somebody, repost them to them?
For the national coach calls, the MP3 version, the links on top, it's just like the web address. You can save that, like copy it, and paste it on a blank document under Word.
Okay.
And then you can save it. And same thing, even with the Team Hardcore calls, the Platinum Presenters calls, you can save all those. But then a lot of times, too, what I'll do is I'll kind of search YouTube, and I'll put in, like that one time I was looking for how to organize my month with my challenge groups, and I put that in YouTube, and I ended up, Anita Myron's popped up. And I was like, let's see. I mean, I watched a few of them, and many of them are cheesy. Like, I'm like, oh, God, they're all confusing. I'm not going to watch this one. But hers was spot on, and I ended up copying her address and then saving it into a document of my own. So it's saved so I can pass it on to other coaches as they come on. So, and you can rewatch it yourself, of course.
And you said I'm totally in a calendar. Like you show me that calendar. I'm totally that type of person because I need to see it written down in big pieces of paper. So if I have it that way, I will organize my life better than having it here. Because I tend to forget to look at my phone. But if I have it in my wall, on the kitchen, I can see what I'm doing, what am I doing, what do I need to do. So I like to have a calendar like that. Did she, in this video, provide a link that I can print it out? Something like that?
No, all she does is she had a whiteboard, you know, one of those dry erase boards, and I didn't even like that because I'm not a dry, because if you hit it, it wipes off. What I did was I went on my computer to Google Google Calendar, and it has a blank. You can print out the blank month, and it's all printed out, and that's what I did.
Or just buy it empty. Clear
I'm
calendar.
sorry?
Just buy an empty calendar.
Or you can do that. One of those, like,
Said Anita, like Anita.
Yep.
Myron is Miron.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will look
And
that up.
and actually, if you're ever, I don't know if you've been on YouTube, but she's got a ton of great videos too. If you subscribe to her, she's got a great. I love Lindsay Krause. Lindsay Krause is great. Anita Myron, I like. Another coach that's great is Brigitta. It's Brigietta. I think that's right, Brigitta. Linford, Linford. She's one of the Elite 10, and she's got some great videos, super sweet, too. And then, oh gosh, what's the girl from the Bombshell Dynasty? She's blonde, like really bleached blonde, and she's super cute, too. Lindsay Krause, and oh god, I'm totally blanking on it. Of course, Chalene Johnson. You want to subscribe to her on YouTube because she's got great videos. Chalene Johnson's just got fabulous videos. If you want more, like I know, Sarah, you were saying that you have actually had a lot of male contacts recently. You might want to look at Tommy Migrant. He's a male coach, and he is got probably a little bit more of the kind of business sense to deal with men. So Tommy Migrant is one, and also Mark Briggs. He's another top coach. He's actually in a lot of the P90X videos. Mark Briggs. You might want to watch some of his videos. And Wayne Wyatt, W-A-Y-N-E, and then Wyatt, W-Y-A-T-T. He was the top coach for like 2 years in a row a couple of years ago, and he is actually, I think he's a dentist, and he's like out in like Idaho or something like that.
I think I've heard of him, yeah.
Yeah, and he's a great coach. But again, because you told me that you have quite a few men, so if you want to get that angle, because sometimes the female coaches, they are directed more towards just the females, and to have that male sense might help too.
Absolutely.
But yeah, those are some of the coaches that I love to kind of poke around. Oh, another one is Christine Sullins, Sullins, and it's a K, Kristine. She actually, Erica, you and I, Sarah, do you have your reunion next Saturday?
Yeah.
Okay, you do. But Erica Sullins, Sullins. She is the girl who's actually hosting the Chicago Super Saturday. So we're going to see her speak, and we'll probably meet her. But she's one of the top coaches in Illinois, in the Illinois area. But she's same thing, great personality, down to earth. I tend to go for the coaches that are down to earth. There's quite a few coaches that are good, but some of them have egos because, you know, sometimes that happens. But these are down to earth. Oh, another one is Hillary Kelly. Hillary Kelly I follow too. What's that, Erica?
I think I even like her page.
You probably, yeah, she's really great. She's down in Florida now. Her story is really cool, though. She was a restaurant manager for years, and she was running herself ragged with restaurant hours, and she was overweight, really heavy, and just started becoming, you know, she started losing weight with Beachbody, and then it kind of rolled, and she ended up leaving her business. They sold their home in Connecticut. They moved to Florida. They bought a beautiful house in Florida. And, you know, she's just doing a great job. Great job for herself. Her husband, I think, became a coach and all this stuff. So. Okay. But I know this went way longer than I expected, guys. I'm sorry.
Sorry.
No. Oh, Erica, no, not at all. But is there any other questions that you guys have? Or, I mean, I hope this was helpful. I sure do.
Nope, it's my bedtime, so.
All right, ladies. Well, thank you for joining me on this call. It was great. I appreciate it.
Erica.
Thank
Nice
you.
to see you,
Nice to
Carrie.
meet you. Yay.
I know, and you guys, we all live in the same town, so we all have to get together in person.
We have to get a coffee sometime.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Which area do you live, Sarah?
I'm over in East Peoria.
Okay. Okay.
I can tell you one thing, Erica, though. You're gonna be so thrilled next Saturday.
I told today. I just, you know, I cannot stop telling. Well, I don't talk to many people right now, but, you know, I stay mostly all the time inside the house. But today I had a birthday party, and I was just talking, and I just said, this Saturday I'm going to this Super Saturday. And everybody was like, oh, cool, that's good. So I cannot stop talking about it.
I know. It's going to be, I was telling her, Sarah, that I've been to Super Saturdays before, but I always lived in smaller towns. And so when I went to Fargo, there might have been like 15 people. So they were quaint but small. Actually, believe it or not, Charleston was very small. We had maybe like 20 people, 25 people, and it was always nice. But this one's going to be pretty impressive, where I think it's going to be somewhere between 300 and 500 people. And then to have Carl Deichler and Autumn Calabrese there, I mean, it's going to, and we get to get pictures with them. I mean, it's really going to be a fun morning. It's going to be pretty cool. It's going to be a mini summit for you, Erica. You'll get a taste of it.
So talking about that, I was talking to Steve how long it will take us. It takes us 3 hours and 5 minutes to get there.
I was thinking, because I was thinking originally 5 a.m. What is that, 5 to 6, 6 to 7, 7? But they said the pictures start at 8:30. So they said to be there early because we want to get in line, because then we can get, and I'd like us to sit somewhat close to the stage. So I don't know if you feel comfortable even leaving like at 4:45. I know that's super early, I know, but I don't know if that's okay with you. I know it's only 15 minutes, but I think, we're not going to hit traffic. I mean, not on a Saturday morning at that time, but I think if we get there, at least once we get there, we'll be comfortable and we can just enjoy ourselves, you know?
Okay.
So if that's okay with you.
I will.
So you can come on over to my house.
It doesn't make any more difference, 5 to 4:45.
I know.
You're going to have to make a coffee.
And we're just wearing workout clothes. That's it. We're not getting dressed up.
I know. We need to decide what we are taking. I don't even know what I need to, tag with me. I probably setup change or what? I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah, what I would do is, because we will be in the meeting part most of the morning, and then the workout I think starts and so
What? At
so
what
at
time?
the 1 o'clock, I think it said noon or 1 o'clock is the workout, and then I think it ends at 1:30. I think the whole meeting ends at 1:30. So I don't know if they have an hour workout or if it's a half an hour workout. I'm not quite sure. So I would just bring a change of clothes. That's what I would do.
Hey, ladies, I only have 2% battery left on my
Oh,
computer.
it's
So
okay. It's okay.
I didn't want to leave without saying goodbye.
No, that's okay. That's okay.
See you. Thanks for setting this up, Sherry.
You're welcome, girl. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
No, but I think just one change of clothes, and I would just wear another set of workout clothes or something like that too.
Ah, okay. So no jeans and super dress up, just workout.
No. Everyone comes. Everyone pretty much comes either. I mean, I guess you could wear jeans if you want, a jeans and a nice top. Actually, you know what? Let's do that. I would rather wear jeans and a cute top for when we go there, and then we can change before the workout.
Okay.
Yeah, we can change before the workout.
My jeans are not fitting.
You're so fun. Or, whatever you feel comfortable with. Again, it's casual. Most people either wear jeans and a top with that workout clothes
I
and
will do whatever you tell me, because you've been there. I don't know. I've never been, so I don't know what's the procedure, how people looks like, and all those things.
Well, I guess normally it wouldn't matter, but because we're taking pictures, I think you have to decide for yourself if you want to be more athletic looking in the pictures with them, like with your gear on, or maybe like you're never give up or something like that, or if you want to be a little more dressed up with them.
Let's do athletic, don't you think?
What's that?
Let's go athletic.
I'm thinking I might go a little bit more, because I've had pictures at the summit where I had my jeans and top on, but it doesn't make you really look like a coach. So I'm kind of thinking I might go with one of my zip-up jackets or something cute, something cute that's trendy but athletic. Yeah.
And just tights and tennis shoes.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That's I think. I will do that too. What I was gonna say, I'm gonna take a breast pump with me.
Oh yeah.
And I probably will say I gotta go for a little while.
Just bring a little cooler. Bring your little cooler.
Yeah, it comes with. I'm stressed because Steve is not home. He's coming back the previous night by this time. He's coming back home on Friday at this hour, and I'm leaving at 4:45 a.m. So.
Well, we'll leave right after, and we'll be back hopefully by 4 o'clock or 5 or something like that. So.
Yeah.
I get stressed out about leaving my kids just for the day.
Yeah.
I hope it'll be the first time he's done that in a really long time. I hope he survives it.
Oh, he will. Yeah, they will do okay. I just feel bad for him because he's coming from Singapore.
I know.
He's going to have a jet lag, and then I'm like, bye. Figure it out with a kid that has never been without his mom, without being breastfed, and you're having a jet lag. So.
Well, you know what, though? The baby will be okay. He'll learn. He has to learn that a little bit. And the good thing is, though, your hubby obviously knows that you need this, too, for you. Because you're with the kids all the time. So this will be a nice break for you. And obviously he knows that. You can give him Sunday off. Tell him. You can sleep in all Sunday.
honestly, Sherry, he's been very patient. He has been very worried about me because he sees me working on this extra hours, extra time, and the results are not very. They are here, all my work, and the results are coming very slowly, very, very slowly.
But Erica,
So I'm trying, and I'm here, and I will be here.
yeah, and that's it, Erica. I mean, honestly, no one's expecting you. As your upline coach, all I'm expecting is you to just keep doing what you're doing, and also just to make sure that you find that time frame that works for you. I'll post that Power Hour video for you to watch, because I think that will really help and put into perspective. Again, just like Lisa said, I think all of us are at different stages, especially with our kids. And I remember that breastfeeding, I mean, everything stops when you have to breastfeed. It's the most rewarding, but it's also the most taxing on a mother. And especially, you're a go-getter. You're not one that doesn't do stuff, So I understand how that, it's a great thing that you're doing, though. And so you just gotta, you'll find what works for you. It's just sitting down and realizing, okay, what's the best time for me?
Yeah, I just want to be very sincere with you now that we are one-on-one. It's like this baby, this time is not gonna come back at all.
Mm-hmm.
So I need to enjoy it. I do. I need to sit down and leave the phone aside and the book aside and be with him, because it's gonna
but you're not.
It's gonna be gone in 2 months. I mean, 2-3 months. Whenever I decide to stop breastfeeding, or whenever he doesn't want me, I need to relax and have that for him.
Yeah, but Erica, you're not reading, and you're not reading all day long. I mean, and you are with him all day long, and because I'm only, my daughter's 18 months. I know she's not that much older than your son, but I mean, you have to have some moments for you in your day. I mean, he can't be attached. It's probably not even good for him to be that attached, to you. I mean, I remember last year I was more limited when I had Juliet, and that's why I understand where you're coming from. I remember, though, what I would do is I would sit on the floor, and I would just, follow up with a couple of emails and then play with him and, go back and forth. But it wasn't, I would definitely, just like you, I would make sure it was, at a set time, and I wouldn't, take away from my one-on-one time. And I do dissect. I agree with you. I do dissect my day, though. I do dissect in the sense where I spend alone time with Juliet, and then I spend alone time with Gianna, especially Gianna, because she's 4 and she's demanding a lot more of attention too right now. So I have days where it's frustrating, and I feel like, I probably need to spend more time with her. But then at the same time, I'm realizing that they do need to learn how to play on their own too, because they aren't going to be with us all the time. But I know your son is younger than that right now. But it's motherhood. It's just finding a good balance, and it's not always easy. That's all. It's not always easy, and that's what you're doing. That's what you're doing.
Right. Yeah. I don't know. The thing is, it's fine. I need to set up the schedule, the time. I'm going to work 1 hour here, or 30 minutes here, and an hour here. And that's it. And then I realized I didn't get anywhere. I have tried to do that. I mean, I have done 1 hour and then other hour, and I have not get anywhere. I barely, it takes me on more probably it's more because you're American, and it's just difficult for me to set up a post, a correct setting, all those things. And then I just don't want to give a wrong message, and just simple things. It takes me probably a little longer, and then I don't get anywhere.
Well, I think you are. There's no wrong message. I mean, there's no wrong message. I think that certain things that you're, how you word it and stuff, I don't think there's anything. I mean, half the time, sometimes I'm texting from my phone, and I realize how much I've spelled poorly. And so, but you know what? I posted it, and I spelled things wrong, but people are getting the gist. So I just think that you're probably being a little hard on yourself as far as like, am I thinking of the right post? Am I saying the right thing? You just need to be you and just say what's on your heart. If you think of something, about health, fitness, or just your family, just post it.
Mm-hmm.
Just be you. And that's what people are going to love and be attracted, and you do that. And it doesn't have to be perfect. That's what Beachbody's so great, that all of us as coaches, we're completely different. And the right people are going to want to be with you.
Yeah.
It's just, I just want you to have faith in yourself. That's the thing. Because I see it in you. I just want you to see it in you. I mean, even this weekend, I see you working out, and you are kick-ass, girl. I mean, you are. And people see it. I mean, on our PIO group, I got so many messages of like, oh my God, Erica Rutherford, how the heck does she do that? She's doing T25 and PIO and everything. I mean, you're doing it. It's just, I want you to see what you're doing. And even as a mother, I feel like I look at you and I'm like, you're a great mother. I mean, you're breastfeeding. You have type 1 diabetes. It's just amazing all the things you're doing. And I just want you to see that too. In yourself.
You're so sweet.
No, I'm serious. I'm serious because I just feel like you really have so much to give people, and you're hard on yourself. And the reason I say this too, Erica, is because I'm very hard on myself too. And when I see somebody else feeling like the way I feel, I'm like, oh my God, see, this is why we've got to give ourselves a break. We got to, and comparing. I have a problem where I compare myself a lot to people, and we just can't compare our businesses to other people. We can't. I mean, I've had friends that are in this business the same amount of time as I have been in it, and they're like 3-star diamond, and I'm like, why am I not there? But they just have a different road. That's it. They have a different journey, and I love what Lisa said to you tonight, that your journey in a year will be different. You're right. I mean, you have to enjoy this time with your son. So it's just a matter of, if you can only do an hour a day but break up that hour, then that's fine. That's what you do. Just make sure that in those 20 minutes you focus, you email a few people, conversations, and then put the timer on, and if the ding's at 20 minutes, you completely stop, and then you go about your day, and during his nap time, you do another 20 minutes, same thing, and then in the evening, do another 20 minutes. Mm-hmm. And, but at least that will make you feel accomplished, because you've set a goal of 3 times a day, 20 minutes, and you did it.
Yeah. The thing is, then comes the questions, and then the texting. You know how it is. People ask you, and it's not just a quick sentence and that's it. No, it's the follow-up. Like yesterday and Friday, the follow-up took me the entire day. It was Friday.
Oh, you mean just going back and forth?
Yeah, back and forward follow-up. And send me this. No, send me that. No,
Well, what I would do is,
I told them I will write it to you at the end. You know, I'll get to you later. And when I had that little moment later, was right away they respond into pieces, and I was like, and I'm following these simple steps, just the 7-day steps. Yeah, that's what I'm following. That's how I invite people. That's how I told them what is the challenge group, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And it was back and forward with two people that end up not buying.
Well, yeah, but the thing is, though, Erica, they might not buy this time, but they will eventually buy. I've had people that I've worked with for over a year. They've asked for 3 or 4 different programs and never bought, and then all of a sudden they buy. So it's not that it's not going to be rewarding in the end. I've even had one friend of mine from college who has never ever bought a product from me, but she referred a friend to me who bought a product. So things, as long as you're answering their questions, you're engaging them, that's fine. But as far as the follow-up, same thing. Like, there's a lot of times where, like, a prime example, when I was away in Georgia, I got a lot of emails during the day, and I did have to, you have to be strong in knowing that your time is valuable, and all I would say to them was, I will respond to you by this evening. And then do what you did, respond to them by this evening. If, you know, most of the banter can be pretty quick. You know, I do a lot of quick emails back and forth, but if it's deeper and you know you got to go to bed, or you do have to, you know, nurse your son, then that's exactly what you say to them. Say, I will finish this up in the morning. I apologize, but my son needs me right now. Or just say, I have, I mean, I hate to say this because I don't like to lie or fib to people, but there are some times that I will say, you know, I have a coach call that I have to take in about 10 minutes. Because usually, and I'll say I do my coach calls in the evening and I have a coach call, so can I finish this, and I'll send you the link to order it in the morning or whatever it may be. So sometimes it's not that you have to tell everyone your life and what you plan on doing, but just tell them that it's telling them that you have appointments, you've got things going on, and they're going to have to wait. And you know, usually most people respect that.
Yeah.
And if they don't, Erica, if they don't respond, then, you know, they really weren't serious about doing the program anyway.
Yeah. They won't.
So hopefully
they won't want it.
What's that?
They won't want it. They won't want to be in this. They just snooping, right?
Right, exactly. Or they're not being real with themselves, that, you know, they really need to work out, but they just, I hate to say it, some people are just want to stay lazy, you know?
The majority. The problem is the majority. It's actually, we,
yeah.
Sorry, but I'm very selfish right now.
No, it's true.
We are the fewest people that are interested in their life.
Yeah.
And their kids' life, because whatever they see you doing, it impacts them.
Yep.
Whatever you eat, it will impact them, and they will grow up with that and impact their future, their generations.
Yeah.
They don't see it. I was with this lady testing, you know, since the beginning, invite her, and she responded right away, and I was like, ooh, wow. So I respond her right away. My son was napping. So I said, you know, great, I'm glad you're interested, blah, blah, blah. May I ask you questions? So I sent her the questions. She replied back. And then, you know, all this process of, yeah, I can make sure that that is good for you. Can I send you the information, videos? She said, yeah, send them. When can you see them? Well, you can send them now. I'm watching the you know, I'm just here watching the soap opera. I was like, huh? I wish I had that time.
I know.
And then I send information, and back and forward, back and forward. But this was taking a long time. It was taking a long time.
Yeah.
And she ended up saying, "Hey, can you help me now?" That was the next day, yesterday. That was yesterday. I can give you my credit card so you can order it for me.
Yeah, some people do that.
Have you, and I was going to text you, and ask you that, but I just don't want to be constantly, I want you as my source, but not my constant, answering everything.
No,
because you have your life and your things, and I want to be self-sufficient. I need to be self.
No, but there's also, there's a lot of scenarios that are odd sometimes that come with this business. But
I did that with one friend, which I know her for sure.
Yeah.
And it's an older person, and I trust her 100% because I talked to her on the phone, and she said, I've been twice trying to do it, Erica. She texted me, and she said, I'm on your page. I'm trying to do it twice, but I cannot do it. It doesn't go through. Can you help me? And I said, are you by your computer? No, I'm not. And I am in my iPad. Sorry, you cannot buy in your iPad. Mm-hmm. Can I give you my information through the phone, and you can do it through your computer? I'm ready. And I said, yes. So I called her right away. We did it. She bought it. Done. But this lady I didn't feel like. She said, I'm out and about. I'm in my phone. I'm trying to do it in my phone. I cannot do it. Can I give you my credit card? And I said, no, I'd rather you do it when you are in your house through your computer, because you need to put all your information, your personal information.
Did she do it?
No.
Well, honestly, I've had it happen a couple.
She said, I'm going to do it as soon as I get home. Then she texts me, I'm going to take a nap because I've been called to babysit. So I'm going to do it tomorrow, Sunday. And I said, super, girl. That's okay. Super.
Well, I don't
think... take a nap.
I know. I know. Is that right?
I don't sleep.
Well, I honestly, I have done it a couple times. I have, if it's going to cause a big rigmarole, and I've done it like 2 or 3 times. I don't do it often, especially like if they're home and they're having trouble, then I will walk them through it if they're home. But if they are in a situation where she's not around, then yeah, I might say, okay, like, let me just do it real quick for you and give me your email address and all this stuff, and I'll do it. But I've only done it like 2 or 3 times. So you just got to make your judgment call and stuff, and I would just follow up with her again and say, again, I would put that order date end on your challenge group.
Yeah, I have done it 2 times. Okay. But no much luck again.
Well, then you know what? You just let her go. Let her come back to you. She'll come back when you start another challenge group. Because I've had the same thing.
Oh, no, this girl. I was going to ask you. She has not buy it, so tomorrow I'm planning on contact her again through text. Mm-hmm. But what is the good way of saying it? Hey, did you buy it? Because before she told me, do you have my credit card? Do you want my credit card? I can send you my credit card. She just said something like, you're just one, because she said, is this the video that is the program, whatever? And I said, yes. How do you want to pay, credit or debit? And she's replied, right to the point, right? You just go right to the point. And I was like, well, yeah. Everything is about selling you something to feel better, but I'm just the messenger. You are going to take it. But that was my thought. Those were my thoughts. So,
what was her What did she ask you?
She just was like kind of making herself being funny, maybe, but very sarcastic, saying, because I asked her for how do you want to pay this? Like this last question.
Okay. Yeah. Well. Hey, okay. Right there. Don't. I wouldn't even ask them how to pay for it. I never ask them how you want to pay for it, because it does come across sounding like. I don't even ask them. All I say is, and it's not that it's wrong, but I do. You start to learn what works with people, and what I found is that the best way to do it is say, hey, by the way, like when you follow up with her tomorrow, just say, hey, by the way, I was thinking of you, and I just wanted to let you know that tomorrow is the end of my order date for my next challenge group, so I have to get you ordered by today. If you wouldn't mind, I know you were interested in being part of it, just go to my website, click shop, click programs, and click whatever one she wanted, and go and order away. And I look forward to you having or being part of the challenge group, and let me know your questions. I can't wait to start with you. Mm-hmm. And that's it. I always use order. I don't ever ask them how they're going to pay for it. Let them deal with that themselves. I think the best way is just say, hey, I used to not put end dates on my challenge groups. Like I used to just say, oh, if they come in late to my challenge group, it's not a big deal. Now, though, I've realized that the top coaches always say they have an end date. When you're promoting it, you say, this is my last day to order. If you don't order by this date, you'll have to wait till the next month. And it started to work. I used to not think it would work. So if you just tell her, hey, listen, this is the last day you can order it because you need to get the program, by Friday. So it needs to be ordered today. I was just thinking of you to make sure that, you get it in time. So here's how you order it, and let me know if you have any questions. And that's it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Just called.
Yeah. And again, if she doesn't order it and just, you know what, don't even, after this email, don't even look on your back office and see if she orders it. Or, of course, she might respond to you. But if she doesn't, give her space. Don't talk to her for a little bit. Just keep posting your posts and everything. And then, when you get into your next challenge group next month, see what she says. Because I'm telling you, I've had a lot of people do that. I've had a lot of people. There's a couple people, too, where, like, just recently with PIO, like, I'll go back and look at my emails, and I'm like, oh, my God. I'm like, they started talking to me in 2012 about some programs, and they're just purchasing things now.
Oh.
So, it's just building that trust. People get a little weird sometimes, I tell you. And especially, like, it amazes me. I've had some people ask me questions about Beachbody, and they'll tell me Shakeology is too expensive, but then they go buy a membership to CrossFit. I'm like, CrossFit is like $150 a month. You'd rather do CrossFit than drink Shakeology, and get a program with Shakeology. Okay, well.
Yeah.
So.
No, the truth is they go to Sam's Club and buy the one that costs $20, $25, $30, big bag. I used to do that.
Yeah. Oh, I have plenty of it.
The only thing it has is casein. It's just whey protein, just casein. That's it.
Yeah, it's not, and and a lot of it is genetically modified too. It's not organic or anything too.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's when people ask me about Shakeology, that's what I said. It's up to you. I mean, it's a great source. It's 100% organic.
Yeah.
And, no preservatives, no additional sweeteners.
Yep.
Vegetables, minerals. antioxidants, and if you don't like it, you can cancel it in a month.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what I did.
That's it. That's it. And for if you want to focus on Shakeology, aside from the challenge packs, what I would do is maybe not now because we're coming into the holiday season and most people are not going to do a 30-day diet. But maybe in January you might want to do a 30-day nutritional diet where what they need to purchase to be part of that is Shakeology. I got a lot of Shakeology customers when I did that. I did it twice in the spring, and they're still ordering it. And, excuse me, I apologize.
No, it's fine. We gotta go to sleep.
I know. But that's what I did for Shakeology customers. To be part of it, I think I posted that nutritional plan on our site too. But it's got all the menus and all the recipes, and all they have to do is incorporate Shakeology into their day. So for $120, they've got a 30-day meal plan. I mean, how many people get that? And so you could even do something like that in January when everyone wants to lose their 10 pounds they gained at Christmas.
That we gain in Christmas.
I know. But Erica, like I said, you just find what works for you, but you're doing great, girl. You're doing amazing. It's just finding that balance of what timing is good for you, I think.
Right. Okay. So, all right. We'll see.
All right, girl. And you're doing awesome, and I just love seeing all your posts, and you're so motivating. And like I say, I watch you, and when you say how much you've worked out, I'm like, dang, she is tough.
I'm a tough cookie.
I
like to work out. I do. And I don't do, honestly, I don't do what I used to. Me
neither. I used to go to, we had this gym in Atlanta that I used to go to, and we would get there at 5 a.m., they'd make us run a mile, come back, he'd have us do circuits, but they were quick. I mean, like 15 to 20-second circuits where you'd have to do full out. Like, it was heavy weights. We'd be doing squats. He had us flipping tires sometimes. I mean, girl, this is when I was like 26. It was before kids, before husband. I had all the time in the world. I'd go do that, and then later in the day I'd go run 6 miles.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's just, I guess that's what you do when you have no responsibility, right?
Yeah. I was training for marathons, which
Yeah.
I used to spend, you start training 2 miles a day and end up running 18 miles, 20, maybe 19 miles at the peak of the training. So you get ready for running 23 miles. And I could be at the gym, plus I did my spinning class or my weights.
Wow.
So I was running, I was probably at the gym about 3 hours a day.
Oh my goodness, girl.
Because I took shower and, get ready and go to work. I did this either in the morning, very early in the morning, or up late at night after work.
Yeah.
So I used to remember people come to the gym, do their workouts, and then took a shower and leave, and I still in the treadmill running. And people look at me like, "You still there?" Yeah, and I'm gonna still here for another while.
Yeah.
Training.
Wow. I know but again, that's when we had nothing to do.
No, zero responsibility.
Yeah. You know what my mom says, though? My mom says, she's like, Sherry, it's funny how life comes back full circle, though, because she used to be, like, really into tennis. I mean, she's always been into tennis, but when I was, like, before I was born, she really got into it, and she was part of all these groups. And she actually was a marathon runner too. And then she had us, and it slowed down. But then all of a sudden, as we got older and we were in school more often, like so in the mornings, when we were in school from like 7:30 to 2 o'clock, she said all of a sudden it changed again, and I was back, playing on tennis teams again, and I had more time. And then, but when we came home from school, she was home, and so it's just funny. And now she's like 63 now, and she's playing tennis like every day still. And I'm like, "Go, Mom!" And she goes, "See, it just it comes full circle. It starts out a certain way, and then it ends up." She's like, just in that middle part, though, she's like, you got to hang in there being healthy. You got to do as, even if it's 30 minutes a day when the kids are little, you got to keep it so that in later years you can still be doing it.
Oh, yeah. I'm with you. So, okay.
But anyway, girl, you go rest up. I'm going to head up. Oh, and by the way, too, I didn't want to tell you about sleep and stuff. I mean, just make sure you have a cutoff. Even if, again, sometimes I don't always finish everything I intend to, but my goal is to be in bed by 11:30. 11:30. It really is. I sleep is so important. So I don't know what time, Andy, right? Andy's the baby? Andy, I don't know what time he typically goes. Like, what time does he go down to bed?
9.
Oh, so he's still a little later. Yeah, he's still a little later. But
I put the oldest one at 8, 10, lights off, dawn. But then I nurse Andy. I get him ready, get myself ready, calm, water, nurse for good 30, 45 minutes.
Yeah.
So that's about 9.
Yeah.
And sometimes he wakes up.
Yeah.
I put him down in the bed and he wakes up, so I need to again and put him again in the breast. So by 9, probably 9:30, I'm down in the computer working.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's,
just like I said, make sure you.
What I'm realizing, what I need to do. Who am I gonna friend now? What am I gonna say now? So it's another hour. An hour goes like this, doing that.
You'll start to realize, though, you'll start saying the same things to like new people, because it's the common ground. Or just like when you're talking to new people, always find out what they're interested in. So if you're contacting a mom who's in a mom's group, that's what you talk about. Or if you're talking to somebody in a knitting group, you talk about knitting, or ask them questions like, hey, I don't knit. I'm looking for information about knitting. You know what I mean? Like, just make it very simple. I only send a quick message to people like, I'm just checking in with you to see how things are going, following up. I only do 2 or 3 lines. People don't want to read long emails. So just be sweet and simple and be yourself.
Yeah.
I don't think there's got to be a lot of thinking into it, or like if you're saying the right things. It's just being nice, and that's who you are. And people will be attracted to that. So just make it sweet and simple.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay.
All right, girl. Well, you have a great night and rest up.
Thank you. This week is a good challenge.
Yes, and I do think that this paper will help you too, and it'll help you focus on your day.
I tried to download the one that is the leader roadmap. I couldn't download it. I couldn't print it. That's the main thing. The other 2, I have copies here that I'm start filling up, but that one I need to find a way to copy, download it, paste it, or whatever on your website, on the Team Empower. You put it so I need to download it, I guess,
Okay.
and try
Yeah.
to print it. So that's one of my tasks to do. I need to go through it and read it and see what it means because I have not been able to do it.
Yeah.
Neither
And
can.
I'll fill mine out this week and I'll post it so you can see too.
So these 3 things we need to have them every week.
The leader roadmap, no. The leader roadmap won't be every week because it's more of a monthly thing.
Okay.
So I'll probably have you guys, and I might write this, that I'll have you guys do it next week because it'll be, next week will be October 1st. So we'll do that monthly, but the business activity tracker, yeah, we will do it weekly for a while just to get you in the habit, and myself even in the habit. And then as we get past the new year and we're kind of in our groove and everyone's doing it, then we'll probably you just do it on your own at that point.
Okay.
So.
That's
All right, girl. I'll talk to you more, though. I mean, of course, text me anytime and stuff, but I will. We'll talk right before we head out on Saturday. I'm so excited.
yeah, we need to bring food, or they provide us food.
I'm gonna bring. I don't know. I'm gonna bring food. I always like to be prepared just in case they don't. I think they'll probably have Shakeology there, but I don't know how much actual food they're gonna have. So I'll probably bring fruit and maybe a sandwich just in case, or a salad in a lunch pail or something like that.
Okay.
And we can always stop if as far as like going in the morning, we can stop and grab something for breakfast or something, even if it's a bagel. I know that's not always the healthiest thing, but we're going early in the morning, that we can do that. And then on the way home, we'll get lunch somehow or something if you want to, an extra something. But we'll probably want to eat lunch in the middle of all that.
I'm gonna be hungry. I tell you, I'm gonna be hungry in the drive over there.
Oh, yeah, that's what I was going to say. Me too. Yeah, oh, for sure. But I'll probably, we'll just stop and grab something, or however you want to do it.
Okay.
So.
Sorry. Oh my God.
That's okay.
Do you want me to drive? You want to drive?
Oh, I'll drive, girl. I invited you. I'll drive. It's all right.
Okay.
I'll take my car. I just got my oil changed. It's all good.
Okay. So are we dividing gas?
No.
Oh, come on.
You're
3
so
hours drive. 6 hours.
It's up to you, girl. I'm leaving it up to you, but I appreciate the gesture. I'm leaving it up to you. I invited you, but
Gotta be fair. So, anyways, okay, we'll do that. Set of clothes, and we'll see what else we can do.
awesome. And this is gonna sound funny.
Whatever you think it's a tip or something. I need to bring a notepad or what?
Yeah, I would. That's another good thing. I would bring a notepad because we will be taking notes because there's going to be quite a few speakers there. The other thing is, this is going to sound funny, but clear your phone because you'll be taking videos to post on Facebook. So I take all my kids' pictures off so I have enough memory for pictures and,
How do you do that? Sherry, how do you do that? How do
the cord that you plug in your phone, what you do is you take it detaches from the electrical unit there. You pull it out, and you can put one portion in your computer and one portion to your phone. And then on your computer, I don't know, I forget the kind of computer you have, but I'm assuming that if you click on your photos, it should show a little area that should show your phone. And you click on your phone and it should upload them. Your husband probably, I bet he probably can show you.
But he's not in town.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. That's right. Yeah. Yeah, probably, like I said, once you click on, just go on your computer to your photo area. And when you click on it, I bet it'll say somewhere like Erica's phone, or it might show your phone number, or it might even just say show iPhone device. And then you click on that, and then it'll probably say something like import photos. And you just like click on like something like that of the sort, import photos, and then it should take all your photos from your phone to the computer so you can save them.
And then after that,
Yeah.
okay, if they are already there in my computer, just pretend. How do I erase them from here?
Well, I'm assuming the computer will either ask you, do you want to delete your photos on your phone? And you just click yes, and then it should erase everything. But if for some reason it doesn't, I would just go through your phone, like if you go to your camera and you click on the little gallery, you know, that little gallery, where is it? So then your camera roll, so all your pictures show up. Then click each one and then just delete them that way, manually.
Yeah.
It might take a little bit, but at least, you know, you get them off your phone.
Yeah.
I always have a ton of photos, so I have to do it a lot.
You know what? I have in my camera roll, I have 849 photos right now. And 32.
Oh my goodness, girl.
So I will say, how do you erase those? Select?
When you click and you look at your picture.
Yeah, I know how to delete picture by picture.
Yeah, that's how you'd have to do it. I know, it's a pain, I know. That's why I bet your computer probably has a button that says, like mine's a Mac, and when I import all my photos, it will say, do you want to download your photos from your iPhone? And I always say yes, and it'll clear my iPhone out. So I bet yours probably has something of the sort too.
Okay, and I need to work on that. Okay, I'll do that tomorrow.
Yeah.
Make a note of what do I need to do tomorrow. Okay. Yeah.
So, all right, girl. Well, you have a great night.
Okay, thank you.
All right, Erica. I'll talk to you soon.
Bye, Sherry.
Bye-bye.
Good night.